East Hartford, Connecticut, home to the UCONN Huskies, where basketball has a championship pedigree, and there's plenty of enthusiasm for football as well. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, taking on a team from the MAC, the UCONN Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. UCONN will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders offense will start this game off with the football. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example. Then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Fears the pressure. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the option. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Leaves it with the back. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. So UCONN's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The Huskies want to move quickly. To the air, it's Slater. Finds his back in the middle. Touchdown, Huskies! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Got the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 33. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, MTSU. Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UConn offense goes back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Catch in the middle. It's Waddle. And it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the option. He'll toss it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver comes in motion. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And the Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward. Looking downfield, it's Slater. He's got his man across the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a hit.
Look out, he's got room. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Middle Tennessee on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Motion from the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row. He's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field,
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
UConn going back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking deep down the right side. Makes a grab for a big play. And they finally get him stopped.
Defense. I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Slater. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Huskies. A great catch and run for 6.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Pucks it out of the air.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The pressure coming. And he's snowed under.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money.
No way.
To make that catch. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Dropping back, it's later. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it inside the 25. Brought down in the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards. And
got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UConn!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line, getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse.
Out of the gun, the inside give.
One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. To the ground with the back. He's out past the 35. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
To the air on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They go to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands.
I think coming into this game, we thought it was going to be a back-and-forth affair. What a great job executing on that touchdown. If they get this extra point, man, we are all tied up heading in at halftime.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UConn offense goes back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Corners are going to bail. Looking to throw, it's Slater. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Waddle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage. Move. Gains out to the 34.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw again. Throws to the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Firing to the right, complete.
Tackle.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the results of the play. UConn will have to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Now on the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Soft spot in the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun. Leaves it on the inside with the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Give to the back.
Oh my God.
For a loss of a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here.
Neutrals on action. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. And here comes the punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Looking to throw, it's Slater. Takes the easy one to the back.
And this offense gets nothing done on. But look at them. They're just continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got a man. It's Clement. UCONN quick to the line. They're going to run it to the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Gives it on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. There he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Shakes off the defender.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Wants to throw. It's Slater. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Picked off. What a play by this defense.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you gotta have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Quarterback extends the play. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable...
Hits him in stride at the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job or nice discipline by this defense.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the moment. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
From it, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Kicking team's got it.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job with ball security.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is
just steamrolling the defense. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Not only will he not get in, they'll stop him behind the line at the 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free. It's like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Back to pass. It's Slater. Running to Green. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Levin. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run the option. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. Trying play action. Forced out of the pocket. Headed to the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, MTSU. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air. It's Slater. Got a man. It's Levin. Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on 1st down.
Hey, yo. Nah, I was playing I was playing my franchise game.
With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, I just got to start these niggas on game over type shit. Well, it's already over, but I have to wait the clock out if I stop it.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the plays.
You ain't know that.
Change with the 1st down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
You need 250. Are you on the last one? I'm past you. Oh, you ain't do the same shit.
And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
What's up, big difference? The fuck? No, I'm talking about my shit.
Zings it complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, UConn.
I got 2 more left after this one, so whatever that is.
Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle.
You didn't think so?
By this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
What number are you on?
On the field most of the time, when you know it's coming. Those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what they go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball...
And that's why I don't do that shit. I don't even know where that shit at.